Today on Fit to Box channel, I am going to review the new Storm 2 boot and the new Tempest boot. £170, £110 reviewed today, both rated and ranked on Fit to Box channel. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today is the two new boots by Fly. First of all, you've got the Storm 2 boot. These are 170 UK pounds. And also the new Tempest boot, 110 English pounds. I'm going to review both in this double matinee review, where I'm going to show you everything about this boot and everything about this boot, and then obviously you can make up your own mind as to which you prefer and to which you would purchase going forward. Start off with the Storm boot. Okay, so the Storm boot, as you know, is a former Fly champion boot. Really loved these boots as soon as they were brought out, and what's happened with these is these are an improvement on those boots. So let me just show you. You can see there, these with sort of that mesh upper. You've got the strap across the front there. You've got Storm there on the tongue, and as I come round, you've got a little fly there. You've got on the front the curled up sole, which, as you know, I love. And also you can also say another thing that this boot has now that it didn't have is the fact that that sole is sewed on. Now, I do understand that some people do drag their feet, and that could cause, without that stitching, could cause that sole to come away. What they've done is by stitching that all the way around, they have totally stopped that problem. Okay, so I really do applaud them for that. At the rear there, you can see on that redesigned heel, and that is for sort of stability, to hold your foot in place and give you more stability in this area of the boot. You've got Fly on the back there, which I really like, and as I come round, you can see the mesh. You can also see the sole. So the same sole as before, apart from, obviously, it is now much more secure on there. The inside of the boot, if I can just show you there, you can see Storm. Get the right way for you, Storm. These are a UK 11. So, okay, so UK 11, US 12. I am a UK 11, and I have found these true to size. Okay, so I haven't had to go up a size up. Now they don't do half sizes, only the full sizes. So these come in the black and the gold. They also come in a black with the black logo, a white and a gold, and also white. I've put them on the screen so you can see. As I bring them round, you can see those boots, and I really, really do applaud that Fly not only brought out a fantastic boot to start off with, but they have now looked to improve that. And I always look for that in brands. Are they resting on their laurels, or are they trying to improve things? So definitely with these boots, they have looked to improve. Okay, so whenever I'm taking off or putting on the boots, what I do is, especially with the Fly Storm 2, I'll make sure that the Velcro is attached to itself so it's not snagging on any of the laces, and I undo the laces right the way down to there. Okay, so I can fit my foot in, no problem. I can also take them out, no problem. I don't leave the laces in all the way up like that when I'm putting them on, or also when I'm taking them off, because that's time when you've got to take that time and that care so you don't damage the boots. So many times I see people taking boots off and they're sort of putting the other foot at the back of there, and of course that can cause a problem at the back of the boot, and you don't want to do that. What you want to do is look after the boots. So for both of the boots, whether it's the Storm 2 or the Tempest, I always take all the laces down when I'm taking them off. When I'm putting them on, it makes it much easier, fit my foot in, and then I'll simply just thread the laces back up and secure the actual Velcro, and then I'm in that position there. And that is to increase the longevity of any boxing boots that you have. Always fully open them up, and also then while they're on your foot, you can tighten them up. But then when you're taking them off, even if you're in a rush, try not to sort of not take care with taking them off. That is when boots can get damaged. When you're putting them on, trying to put a foot into a hole that's not big enough for your foot, and so you're treading down the heel, or as you're taking them off, you're trying to flick off the back of the boot, and then obviously that can cause damage in this area here. Also, as I say, if they have got Velcro on, make sure you clip it to one side so that it doesn't snag and get in the way of any of the laces that you are tying. Let me put onto the screen the Fit to Box scorecard for these new boots. As you can see, style 98, comfort 98, durability that's increased 99, obviously with that sort of sole now stitched on. Performance 99, sole 98, value for money 96 at 170 English pounds. That is a tremendous amount of boot for your money, and those come out at 98.05 Fit to Box stars. That is these, the Tempest, as you can see there. And if these are like the Nike Hyper KOs, the originals, then these are like the Nike Matcha Mao. So if you like those boots, these will be of interest to you. You've got that mesh top there, and these are ultra lightweight. You've again got that stitched on sole there, and from that sole you can see obviously I have been using these out and about. And what I do when it comes to the testing of boots, what I do first of all is I wear them for hours and hours and hours. These particular boots here, I actually went to the championships on Sunday and wore them all day, so probably had them on for 10 hours those, and then I've used these in a normal day here at the gym, again probably looking at 8 to 10 hours of wearing these, not taking them off, just to really test how comfortable they are long term. As I bring that up so you can see that there, you've got the fly at the rear, and quite a striking looking boot as well. Just trying to get close so it doesn't get washed out, the white on the camera. And then obviously you've got that sole as well. Again, these come only in full sizes, no half sizes, and these are 110 English pounds. So these are 60 pounds cheaper than obviously the top Storm 2 boots. As I'll show you the inside as well. As I did before, you've got Tempest in there. On there, you've got a slight raised arch. On the Storm 2, again, the same slight raised arch. So if you've got flat feet, you'll know whether or not that's going to be any good for you. So let me just put onto the screen now the Fit to Box card for these. 97 style, comfort 97, durability 97, performance 96, soul 98, and value for money 97, and these come out at 97.0. Also another Fit to Box 5-star rated boot from Fly. So on my website fit2boxchannel.com you'll be able to see where exactly the Storm 2 come, and also exactly where the Tempest come when it comes to rating and ranking them against the other boots that are out there. But I have to say I am super impressed with both of these. I quite often get accused of being paid by Fly. I've never been paid by Fly, but let me tell you, I do love their gear. I know that comes across. I know sometimes that comes across and people think, oh, he must be being paid either over the table or under the table, as some people have accused me of, but I have never been paid by Fly. I don't want to be paid by Fly. I do enjoy their brand, and I do enjoy the products they bring out, because like a lot of these companies, when they bring out products, they're well thought out, and because they're well thought out when it comes to the gloves, they're well thought out when it comes to their head guards, their groin guards, their boots. They have the same work ethos when approaching new products to their line, and so it's fairly guaranteed that they're going to be good. I don't think that you'll get a poor Fly product, because what they do is they think about it and they put a lot of effort into the testing and also the design and also the manufacturer to make sure that they are actually made to the highest standard. So I'll just show you just once more round both of these. I'll put them side by side. Let me put that one and that one, I think. Side by side so you can see the differences. Of course, you've got that Velcro across the front on the Storm 2. And then as I bring them round, you can see sort of the design cues. Same sole from the front, and also as I bring them round from the outside as well. So you will know from looking at those which one out the two you prefer. Obviously you can see from my scorecards which I prefer. I slightly prefer these above these, but you would expect that given that these are 60 English pounds more than these. But at 110 English pounds, with Christmas coming up, I really do think that there'll be a lot of people that will be wanting to spend 110 pounds on these Fly boxing boots. I like the fact that Fly recently, as well with their team gloves, they are trying to make Fly gear available to as many people as possible. The team gloves, of course, they're sub £100, and these are 110. I really do like that, because a lot of people like Fly, and in the past sometimes they have said that the price of Fly is out of reach. Obviously with these products they're making them closer and closer to everyone out there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box, and I shall speak to you soon.